Hi, thanks for tuning back in. I am Paul Chartier from Heart of Gold. The person that needs no introduction, Jenny Ramsey.
Does that make me old, or does that mean we've been doing this a long time?
You're experienced.
Experienced. Thank you, Paul. It's a pleasure to be here.
Jenny started the Christmas store, and she'll explain what it is. It's been around how many years, Jenny?
This is our 17th.
17th year.
But I did not start it by myself. That is not, I was one who was involved the very first year because the Salvation Army and the Toys for Tots asked us to do a distribution of toys right before Christmas because their programs were complete and there were many, many people calling.
You're very humble. For anybody that knows Jenny Ramsey, she does a lot more in this community than anybody will give her credit for. So anyway, in the 17 years you've been around,
Yep.
do you have any idea how many children you've impacted?
Well, actually, we do have the numbers, and I have not run them for this year, but last year over 15,600, and it's been at 15.4, 15.6, 15.3 for about 4 years. But previous to that, we were down around 12,000 for a few years. Back when we were, 6, 7, 8 years, we were doing 6, 7, 8,000 probably children. But what we've seen is, number one, the generosity of this community to give the pre-loved, gently used toys and books so that moms, dads, grandmoms, granddads, whoever has the children that they wish to share the joy of Christmas with and can't afford to go to the mall and buy their own, can come to the Faith and Community Christmas store and shop with dignity and pick out what they want for those children. So there's a greater need. We have all lived through many things in 17 years, but specifically about 5 years ago, that's when our spike went up to the 15,500 or so kids, and that really is all we can handle.
So to give you the idea of what's going on, every year a team of people, starting in December, actually earlier, start collecting toys for 3 days in December at the location on Midland Avenue. Families can come in for 3 days and shop for their 15,000 children in Lexington. So we're going to talk about how to get you involved to donate, like you said, gently used toys, and how does that happen?
Well, it goes on all year, really, because we do collect at God's Net all year long now, any donations of toys, books, games, pre-loved, we call them, gently used. Things that you can look at and think, this can be wrapped and given as a gift to give joy to another child. So that starts, we have Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts and college groups and everybody sorting toys actually in February, March, April, getting them into age groups, because what we found over these years and the way that we can serve this many is to have it totally organized as far as the age group. Now, when we stop and think about who can organize enough toys for these 15,000 children to get 2 toys, a book, a game, and a stuffed animal, to have it so that this many people can go through an area, do their shopping, and be home in time for Christmas. The way we do it is by age group. And we have special elves. We have special elves all year long, sorting them into age groups. But then comes the actual day. Folks who are needing to shop get a ticket. And on the ticket, there's a time they can shop. It is not speed shopping, like speed dating, but it's a little bit like that because they only have 20 minutes in the store to shop, and they may only shop for 4 children, which means they're getting 8 gifts. So if they have 8 children, they can shop for 8 children and get 1 for each.
And every shopper has a
very important
shopper.
person, the personal shopper. The personal shopper is the key. Number one, the personal shopper takes the shopper through the store knowing what's there, but talking to the shopper about their children, finding out what they think their children would like, and being able to help them find that little miracle that may be tucked away in the corner of the 4 to 8 year olds. They also develop a relationship. I've always said that we receive more. Those of us who work the Christmas store, who actually are in service at the Christmas store, receive much more than the folks who come through that door. We get to hear the stories and understand the humanity and the suffering, the real suffering, Paul, that people go through during the holidays, feeling like they can't give their children the great American Christmas.
If you think you're having a bad day,
It's true.
and or you want your kids to experience something very different this holiday season, I can promise you that you have your family come in and donate 4 hours on one of these 3 days,
That's right.
and your holiday will be totally enhanced.
You know, we have so many families that it's become part of their tradition, that have done it for 15, 16 years. Their kids grew up doing it. My grandchildren are coming from South Carolina because they missed it last year, and my 17-year-old granddaughter said it wasn't the same without the Christmas store. It's not just the excitement and all the people and all the, you know, the bells and the smells, as they say, but, you know, it truly is the connection of people in the most sacred and joyous time of the year.
As you know, I've seen personal shoppers with their teenagers link up to elderly, distinguished folks in Lexington and take them around. And the connection that's made immediately is magical.
It is, because the beauty of this is it's all about the children, and the children waking up on Christmas morning with a gift under the tree. We even have the rappers, not those singers. We have the rappers that
Thank goodness.
that wrap the gifts. We have a group of ladies from Christ the King who for 10 years have been the wrappers, and they bring in wrapping papers because we want the shoppers to feel the dignity of Christmas. The dignity as if they went out to the mall, shopped, there was someone there to wrap their gifts. We even have snacks. You know, we have food, more than snacks. We have sandwiches. We have people who wait for so long to be able to come in and shop for these pre-loved, gently used toys.
So on December 21, 22, and 23, I invite you and your families, maybe instead of sitting in front of a TV, doing this for 4 hours, for 5 hours, for 6 hours, to look at the website, and we'll give that in a second. Come out as a family, and I can promise you, your lives will be very different, knowing that you did something meaningful for this holiday.
And kids are wonderful. We need kids. In fact, we need setup people the 15th through the 20th. And as you know, children are the best sorters that we have. They know age group of toys. We need people to be cleaning out their closets and cleaning out their toy boxes. We want kids to make their parents happy that they're going to have a clean room before Santa comes to visit them, because those pre-loved, gently used toys will be going to another home.
So we've told you what it's all about. It's located on Midland Avenue, who it serves, that volunteers can get involved. We're working backward to 2 or 3 days of setting this warehouse up that takes great coordination. To take a step back to now, how many locations do you have around town, and what will they be decorated like, where people can please go into your closets, get your kids involved, have them go in and have them go shopping in their closet in the basement for stuff they're not using, and bring it over to Jenny. Where can they deliver it?
Well, there are going to be over 25 locations that will be the week after Thanksgiving. They'll be decorated in different ways. Some are the hippo crates with candy canes and Santa hats on the hippo crates. On the website, it'll list all. There are many churches that will be having the containers, or at this time will have containers. And those containers will be there to be filled and to be emptied if we need to, and to refill all the way from the end of November until the 20th of December. And then they're all moved to the store. But even if you wake up on the 23rd and say, you know, I meant to get those toys or that bike or that hula hoop or whatever down to the Christmas store, don't fret, there's plenty of time. Come on down with it. We accept donations during the store, during the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. It'll be clearly marked where to drop off donations as the store is actually happening.
Jenny, when someone goes on the website, it'll list all the locations, including which bank did you say?
United Bank, I think Whitaker's doing some,
Okay.
Romney, Kroger's.
Okay.
I'm going to sit here and forget some of them to
But
mention.
they can look
so
online.
They can look online.
But these big containers are there. Is someone there to let people in to make
Nope.
donations? They just open it up and put them inside.
They open it up and put them inside, and if they want a tax receipt for what they've left, all they have to do is send us an email. That information is there on the side of the pods, but it also is on our website.
And there's the website, godsnet.info.
Correct.
And if anybody wants to go on the website and find out everything about this program, from volunteering
Yes.
to donating to attending the event, they can find it on the website.
If they need to be a shopper, if they're saying, wait a minute, if they wake up on the 18th of December and realize their check wasn't enough to pay the utilities, get food, and also have gifts for their children, all they need to do is come to the store. That's why we're here. They'll get a ticket, they'll get a time they can come back to shop, and then they'll have the joy of allowing us to share in their joy of Christmas.
What have we not covered?
It takes 2,000 volunteers, and those,
That's a big number.
it's a big number. But you know, that's been the miracle, the Christmas miracle all along. It takes that many people, and it takes so much. Can you imagine how much inventory there is for all these children to be served? It's like the fishes and loaves. But I'm going to tell you, we've got the most generous community that there is.
It's
People
fantastic.
give their time, even though it's right before Christmas and we're all rushing and everybody thinks there's never enough time. The families and the individuals who have taken the time to give a 4-hour shift, and that's how we set it up. We do ask you, it's not a drop in, because we've got to have a certain number of people every place. But people who take that time and give themselves that gift of time to be part of the Christmas store really do enhance their season, their Christmas morning or whatever season they are celebrating is filled with a lot more joy and sense of community.
So to plant the seed with your kids, to have them at a young age get involved in our community, please go to the website, godsnet.info. As a family, come out for 4 hours,
Yep.
one of the 3 days. But again, go to the website because there are days that sorting needs to be done, December 15th and 16th, and all kinds of stuff, but you need 2,000 volunteers.
Right, and from the 15th of December on, now this is an interesting year because the Fayette County schools are not getting out until the 20th. So we do need people to drop in during the setup time. You don't have to sign up for that.
Jenny Ramsey, thanks for coming in. This is very, very important and it impacts a lot of people, not just the 15,000 kids, but the volunteers. I'm Paul Chartier. Please come out. It'll make your holiday Christmas. Merry Christmas, have a safe holiday, and Happy New Year.